Hi everyone, I'm Kirsty. I am a History and Politics graduate from University of Glasgow, and since I graduated in 2014 I've been working at Edrington with some of the best super premium spirits brands in the world, which you can see behind me here. So I currently work as Assistant Brand Manager for the Macallan Prestige here in Hong Kong. So global brand management is all about ensuring that you have a consistent brand across the world. And that can be anything from creating a new communications campaign, the product portfolio pipeline, managing the finance of the global market share of the brands in the world. So it's really a role that's more around strategy and creative development. Crazy to think I've now worked at Edrington longer than I actually studied at the University of Glasgow. I just love Hong Kong as a city. I actually came here on holiday a few years ago and I just fell in love with it and felt at home instantly. So I was delighted when this secondment opportunity came up to spend a year here in the city and properly immerse myself. So I first heard of Edrington when I was at Glasgow University and I was applying to the Saltires programmes. Then I went to look for some internships through the Club 21 programme at the university, and I secured a position with Moe's Cookie Dough, which was a small startup, and it was such a fun summer. I think being at a startup company, you get involved in all aspects of the business. It's a really great way to learn. Processes are less established. There's, job descriptions actually don't mean as much as they do in a bigger corporation. So it's a great place to really immerse yourself and learn as much as you can. I then was at a dinner and I met the Edrington HR business partner. So began to learn a bit more about Edrington as a company. And I was really drawn to it, particularly given the charitable aspect and the ownership structure with the Robertson Trust. It's really embedded into the company and is something I still absolutely love to this day. So I was lucky I got accepted onto the graduate programme in 2014, which was 2 years where I rotated around different areas within the business. And for me, particularly as a history and politics undergraduate, having not been studying a business degree, it was a great way to get a holistic understanding of how an international firm operates. And I was amazed at everything that went into producing a bottle of whisky, like from commercials, finance, supply chain planning processes. I certainly had a much deeper and great grounding for my career moving forward from that experience. The skills that you develop in your university, the transferable skills, are a lot more important than the degree content itself. I studied history and politics, not business, so for me it was all about the transferable skills I took from that. Firstly, I think the most important one is being able to take lots of different ideas and arguments and critically evaluate them. I use that on a daily basis, whether it be writing a report for the management team or even just having conversations with the sales team on our brand performance and market, and taking that insight to feed into our future activation strategy and whether we need to review and think about how we adapt that moving forward. Secondly, I'd say my writing communication has been a great skill I've taken away. My degree was heavily essay orientated, and I think it's something you continuously build, your writing style, but definitely it was a good solid foundation for whenever I'm writing press releases or again report writing. It's great for that. And thirdly, I think time prioritisation. I was the type of person at university who got involved in a lot of different societies, partly because, well, I enjoyed music theatre and the Sicilian Society, but in my last year I joined the business club and was Vice President of Communications for them, and that was really targeted at my future career aspirations. I knew I needed to step up and take some more meaningful roles in order to deliver results and prove myself to employers. It also gives you some great content to talk around when you're in competency-based interviews, and the majority of what you'll do at a graduate level will be competency-based interviews. So if you can take a role and deliver some meaningful results, think about how things are done a little bit differently, that's really attractive to an employer.